Ah yes, a beautiful sunset. Nature paints a picture no matter what we do. If we exist, a picture is painted. If we don't, a picture is still painted. The universe is always in perpetual motion. As those pictures continued to be painted, many masterpieces made, I stopped moving forward. I took a break for several reasons that we're going to get into, but I'd first like to say Happy New Year to you all, and also let's welcome that 10K subscriber mark. Even though we're not there yet, I'm just getting ready for the time when it does come. But yes, I need to rest, people. Some call it burnout, midlife YouTube crisis, lack of direction. I don't know, but it's hard out here being Bicasso and giving you all this super delicious content. But I hit a point where I had to stop and ask myself, what are you doing? What is the goal? Where is the value? So many other questions like, how am I contributing to make our community better? This motorcycle community. Also, purpose. What is the end game? Is there one? Or am I stuck in an endless rat race?
Oh, look at the squirrel. Look at the squirrel.
Okay.
Go squirrel.
Okay, that's a squirrel.
Go squirrel.
But we're gonna use that because I don't have a video of a rat, but let's just go with it. I kind of struggled with this before, this whole thing about purpose and value, and I thought I figured it out. Then I made this video in 2018.
You guys just don't know what I go through. Oh, so I've been ghost for a while, and pretty much I'm talk to you guys about why I haven't been posting in a while. So essentially, I got burned out. I feel like I lost the original idea of why I started this channel to begin with. Because if you go look at some of my older videos, it was mostly just me posting videos of me and my riding buddies, us riding, and us going back and watching the videos that we like to watch. So the original idea with this whole thing was I wanted to I wanted to post stuff that I like watching. And I felt like I haven't really gotten away from that, but I felt like since I bought the Indian, you know, trying to chase that, get everybody to watch my videos that are looking to buy the Indian, that are buying the Indian, get ideas and stuff like that. I felt like I kind of got away from that a little bit.
I gave that passionate speech on a hot summer day with the bobber, and it lit a fire inside me. But you know what? It could have either been the fire, but maybe it was bubble guts from the heat, but that's neither here nor there. But I continued creating and found value in the way I shared my adventures. I wanted to show my world from different angles and at the same time bend the camera's focus to my own creative will. You know, put my own spin on things. And I recorded a video back in January 2018 talking about this very thing. And I had just recently bought the bobber a few months earlier.
Coming back with videos, but I feel like slowly I'm finding the niche that I had to find for myself to find my spot in YouTube, because when I first started motovlogging, I was doing things like everybody else, you know, what worked, and you know, trying to stay away from things that didn't work. But now that I'm slowly experimenting with the bobber and finding what you guys like, and your feedback is letting me know that you guys like this kind of stuff, that's letting me know what I need to focus more on. And I feel like the get out and ride videos and the little things where I kind of ride and I stop and talk to you guys about certain aspects of the bike, or you know, certain little tweaks and quirks and performance things that you asked me about. You know, I talked to you guys about that in the comments, but seeing it and hearing it is different than just reading it in a comment and actually hearing my experience on it. So I feel like those things are something that I want to focus more on, and I do want to focus more on getting more angles of the bike and more off the bike shots versus me just talking to you on the camera from the GoPro. And to get out and ride videos, for me personally, I feel like each video gets better than the last video, and I feel like I try to take it a step further in each video. So I feel like those kind of videos, the get out and ride videos, is something that I really want to hit hard in 2018, and maybe not necessarily focus on the photography. I mean, well, not necessarily the photography, but I want to focus on the experience of riding the bike to wherever I'm going, and also getting shots of the bike while I'm there. But overall, just give you guys the experience of the ride. So that's what
I think this drives the point on how long I've been trying to put those goals into action. All of this has turned into the style of Bicasso that many of you enjoy now, showing more of my surroundings, the people there, and everything in that moment. And here we are now, a motorcycle accident, a California Death Valley tour, and many life-changing moments later.
Jay, don't get bit by a snake in your thing hole. Canadian gets bit in the balls by a snake, an American snake.
And then he says sorry to the snake.
I'm sorry about
sorry
that.
for the bad flavor. I've been riding for a bit. It's a little sweaty.
You got a good bite there, eh?
I love it.
And all of that, and it didn't occur to me to just take a break at some point. And what exactly did I do on my hiatus? Well, a whole lot of this, a bunch of this,
Shaboomba. Oh, right there. Oh. Boom. Headshot, baby.
a whole lot of this.
Bobbers. Bobbers.
But not a lot of this. Speaking of which, I went almost a month without riding, but that's a topic for another day. But yes, all of that. But let's switch gears here for a moment. As a channel creator, we become so focused on growing and expanding our audiences that in the process we lose the beautiful feeling of just existing. At some point, it begins to feel less like fun and more like work. And for the other creators, adults, anyone out there that can relate to this, you know exactly where I'm coming from. You create, sell, serve, grind, and spend hours upon hours late into the night. And why? What's the reason? What is your purpose? Sometimes we lose the idea of what that is. If you can relate to that, sound off in the comments and let's talk about it below. But for me, I was chasing the growth. I wanted to grow this channel and community. That was definitely the reason and purpose of my efforts, all in hopes of reaching the holy grail for motorcycle content creators, the sponsorship. I chased it, and what I did wasn't enough. And over time, that got me to thinking, sponsorship doesn't matter. Chasing that made me feel like I was creating for the wrong reasons. And it's weird because I've been through these same thoughts before, and part of me felt like I needed that sponsorship to stay relevant on the YouTube platform. I started thinking that Bicasso couldn't grow fast enough without that sponsorship, and I was completely wrong with that way of thinking. And now knowing that sometimes just existing is enough, being in the moment is enough, not anticipating what's to come of any of it, regardless of the effort. And I enjoy creating, being a contributor, a friend, a supporter, a listener to some of you, so much more. There's so much to take in, so much energy that goes into it, it becomes a big part of your life. It's almost like a social duty to be there, yet existing without that is sometimes hard because you feel guilty about it, or at least you have a pressure from not being there. And I felt like I hit that point. Not necessarily that I was losing at this, but that I was letting people down. With all of those words out there in the atmosphere, I came to terms that this needed to happen. I needed to rest. I needed to just exist and reset. And these thoughts and emotions were always there, scattered, but having the time to let them sink in got me here. Now, my mind is full of clarity and it's more agile. Even with clarity, there's so much more to this because this type of conversation can go so much deeper, but I'm content where I am as a creator and also someone who just wants to exist in the moment. Because either way, I'm back at it and I think it's going to be a good year. And I hope you can understand where I'm coming from with some of this, even if you can't relate personally. But since I didn't give you all the full details on my recent trip to Orlando back in November, I'm going to kick the year off with that series, so be on the lookout for that. I had a lot of fun with my good friend Gen Z Biker from the Wisconsin, as he calls it, and we made some great video together. But as always, I want to thank you all for watching and tagging along on this journey. Not sure where it'll take me, but I'm just along for the ride while nature paints her own masterpiece.